Tonight on the show, Gadget drives a Nissan Sunny into a farm. Biggie gets in touch with his feminine side by driving a pink limo. Candy drives us round the bend in a Ford Mondeo. And the star in a reasonably priced car is Sir Cliff Richard versus The Stig. It'd be rude to listen to anything else. This is Top Escapism. Hello and welcome to Modern Escapism. Did you enjoy that intro? I didn't. But I am
because you had to write it and say it.
Yes, I am Oodles, your host, and I'm joined by Candy, Gadget, Biggie, and Stig. And let's just crack on with some selling. Sell it to me, Stig. Sell it to me.
Oh, I'll sell it to you. I'll sell it to you good. Yes, if you like what we do, then you can get more if you head over to patreon.com/modern escapism. On there, you'll find the 3 tiers that we do. First up is Modern Escapees. For £5 a month, you will get an extended edition of this episode every week, as well as at least one monthly special and any other specials we do. And you'll have the ability to suggest main topics for us. If you are into Dungeons & Dragons, we do a D&D play podcast called Do Dragons Dream of Scorched Sheep? And for £5 a month, the Scorched Sheep tier will get you ad-free early access of that episode, as well as any battle maps Gadget puts together for the show, any original music, artwork that Candy produces, and you'll be able to suggest NPCs and items for Gadget to use in the campaign. And £7.50, the Biggie Bundle. I'll get you everything. All prices, VAT on top. You know the deal. It says so on the website. We also have an update on our stretch goals. We have changed things around a bit, tried to take on some feedback, and going to be offering some new things. So quickly to go through these, at £125, Modern Escapism, movie commentaries. We'll do a movie commentary every month for you to listen along to, and it will be hilarious because we always are hilarious.
And we'll pick really bad films.
Yes, yeah.
We will probably do the original Dune at some point.
Well, we have
yeah. Do you know what? I will save watching that so we can do that.
Oh, you can be live.
A first time, because I'm desperate to watch that. But I'll wait until we get to that stretch goal.
I wouldn't be that desperate, to be honest.
Patrons, it's worth it. Tell your friends. Make them a patron so you can hear it.
£250 a month. Quizmaster Oodles will do a regular pub quiz for all patrons on Twitch. There will even be prizes.
Yes, I've promised this for years. It's finally in fruition, but only if you pay us.
He's desperate to be a club quiz master, isn't he?
Yeah.
I bet he's got the outfits and everything already bought.
This is what I was. I've got
probably
gold
the crappy little table. He's probably got the crappy little table to set up in the corner.
Yeah.
Little crappy microphone
He's
as well.
Got like a
all right. Questions.
Tom Bowler and bingo thing as well, just for the hell of it.
It's going to be quite an interactive quiz as well, with it being Twitch integration. I've got this funky thing. I've had it for years. This Twitch plugin that allows me to put some everyone probably knows about this, but I didn't. Funky noises and stuff like that. It's going to be majestic. Soundboard, that's it.
So I discovered Streamlabs.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. And I've got many tuxes. I've got gold tux. I've got silver tux, and it's just going to be a good adventure. But you've got to pay us to see it. You know what I mean?
Will there be costume changes?
Probably. You know what I'm like. There will be ad breaks and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, could we be like team captains or something?
If you're a paying patron member, yeah.
Oh.
It's the only way you can get in. VIPs only.
Yep.
That's not fair, because you know what I'm like when I'm drunk and on Twitch. It's just subscriptions for all.
That's true.
Finally, at £350, Scorched Sheep one-shots. So we'll do bi-monthly one-shots from other tabletop RPG systems, including Tales from the Loop, Pathfinder, Cyberpunk, and Alien.
Ooh, they'll be fun.
But let's get...
Oodles gets to be Robot Boys.
Yeah.
Oh, the dream.
Let's get to that £125 one. Let's get these commentaries on the go, because that's going to be a lot of fun.
And it's going to be
We're
good
not
for...
far off that. We're not far off that. We're about £90 a month at the minute.
Yeah, it's going to be good for you people that just like us audibly as well, because we're just going to record it and we're going to tell you when to press play when you're watching the film. So it's next gen, guys. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah, please support our Patreon, otherwise one of us has to go.
Yeah, and
You
unfortunately,
get to choose.
last in, first out.
Patrons get to choose, yeah.
No, because I may as well go now. No, it's last in, first out. Sorry. I'm joking. But yeah, let's just crack on with the show. It's time for the Nexus, and I'm going to start because I've not got that much. Busy old week drinking this week for me. You know I like a drink. But I started playing Witcher 3 on Switch again. Finally, it's £15 on the eShop at the moment. And
they finally put it down to a decent price.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. We all know the jokes and the memes. It doesn't look good. I don't care what you can do with the post-processing on it and stuff like that. It doesn't look good. However, it's still it's black magic that's on there.
It's absolute witchcraft that it works on the Switch.
Witchcraft.
From what I saw, it didn't look too bad when you're inside somewhere. It's just when you get out into the open world, it starts to get a bit janky.
Yeah, it's when you're on Roach and you're galloping, and this is just like, where did that tree come from?
Novigrad's a bit of a slideshow at times.
Yeah, I think it chugs at 30 frames per second consistently, but nowhere near. I think I've been sub 10 frames per second in some moments and stuff like that, but it's not horrendous because no one plays that game for the combat. At least I don't anyway. It's not very good combat, but it's
functional,
when you're in the
isn't it?
Yeah, when you're in the cutscenes doing the dialogue, it's perfect. All the shinies come out and everyone looks beautiful and stuff. So
it is really funny when you like. I think I remember because I played it through on the Switch.
Yeah,
I remember doing the Bloody Baron quest line, and in one of the really dramatic dialogue sequences between Geralt and the Baron, and it goes into it, and like they're being very angry with each other, and the world is loading in around them. I thought that was really funny.
I just think it's. I would not recommend playing this on full screen mode on a Switch. There's just literally no need to do it. But on handheld, I was in the bath playing the Switcher, and it's just nice.
See, just nice. Other people play it in the bath.
Yeah, it's just really nice. I would have liked a version on iPad because my iPad's more powerful than my Switch, but we're not going to get that.
Playing it with touchscreen controls.
I'm waiting for the PS5 remaster.
Yeah, I was gonna, but then I thought I'm still gonna get it anyway. So.
Yeah, I've never played it, so I thought I'll go in with the best.
You might as well wait for the next.
Just don't go in. Just don't go in wanting the best action game ever because it's not. No. It's just the best narrative game ever.
Yeah.
So I could get it on PC relatively cheap, but my PS5 is going to be better than my PC at this point. So
what's the point?
Yeah.
Well, you'll have it in 4K on your PS5. Anyway,
yeah, nice big TV.
But other than that, I've also started I've watched every episode so far of Pam and Tommy.
Yeah, same.
That's a show, innit?
Oh, I love it.
So
it's funny because I remember reading the book as well.
Yeah. Sebastian Stan, Lily James, and Seth Rogen, and a host of other stars. This is a 90s fucking romp. And of all things, it's all to do with the sex tape that got leaked. Pamela Anderson and Tom Lee. You know the one where he steers the boat with his dick. We've all seen it. We've all loved it.
We go that far.
Just, the first episode, I was like, oh my god, I don't think I like this. And then it all kicks off in the second episode. There's a scene, and it's slight spoilers. He talks to his dick, and it talks back to him. As in, his dick's animated, and it talks to him.
Oh Jesus!
See, I knew this was
coming. Does that not happen to everybody else then?
Dude, you need to go to doctors.
It happens to me all the time. But yeah, no, I knew that bit was coming, and it still took me by surprise, just the level of detail it goes into.
He got a big old wanger, hasn't he?
Big old, well, he does have a famously large dick, does Tommy Lee.
Yeah, but that looks painful, that.
Painfully large.
Yeah. Because it's not just long, is it?
Oh, it's proper.
Oh God, we're 10 minutes in, we're talking about wangers already.
Think about the poor animators that had to spend time looking at that.
Maybe it wasn't an animator. Maybe they just put a bit of peanut butter at the top of the roof of a penis's mouth and made it jump.
Well, you know that I've been learning 3D animation. There's a reason.
But yeah, Pam and Tommy, I recommend it. It's on Disney Plus. It's quite heartfelt, isn't it, Candy, when it gets going?
Surprisingly,
there's some horrendous stuff. And do you know what? Pamela Anderson seems like such a lovely woman.
Yeah, they make her out to be they do make her out to be quite well. She obviously was the victim of it, and she was right. There was one thing where she mentioned, she said to Tommy Lee, "People are going to be high-fiving you in the street, and it's different for me because I'm a woman." And it's true. And it's exactly how it was.
It's a great
commentary. I can't get over
on
how good they look as not the characters, but how much they look like them as well.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen pictures of like Lily James. Like she looks so much like Pamela Anderson.
A lot of it's prosthetics and stuff, isn't it? They give her a fake forehead and stuff like that.
With Sebastian Stan, you can tell it's Sebastian Stan dressed up as Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
He captures his character quite well as well. Like Tommy Lee, I've met him a couple of times, and they have.
On the boat, was it?
No, thanks. No, I was swimming around outside actually. But they have captured his. He's quite an irritating person. He really is quite
ADD,
annoying.
Hasn't he? He's just off his nut all the time.
They capture that quite well.
We need to dedicate an episode to Candy's stories.
Yes, we do.
Patreon only.
£500 Patreon special.
Tell all.
Yeah. Candy tells all.
But yeah, that's Pam and Tommy. I really recommend it. I'm not going to speak on it much, but I'll get back to you when I've watched them all. Get that watched, guys.
Was it animated by Pixar?
How long did it take you to work? That's 5 minutes.
When you think of a good joke, but the moment's gone, just let it go.
Come on, Boomer. But yeah, the main thing I want to talk about, I'm sharing this with Candy a little bit, so I'm going over my allotted time, but I want to talk about the Tinder Swindler. It's not about Tilda Swinton like I thought it was. It sounds like it is.
Tilda Swindler.
Yeah, I can't even say it now. The Tinder Swindler is basically, it's exactly what it says on the tin. It's a gentleman from Israel, I believe. I'm not going to spell too much. I'm going to tell you the basics of it. And he's basically been using Tinder to defraud people. And yeah, it's a sensational movie on Netflix. But I'm going to jump over to Candy now because she's going to talk about it. So
he looks like one of my best friends, and literally in one of our WhatsApp groups, one of the lads just posted a picture in, and for a second I thought it was him. It's like and even he looked at it and went, "Fuck me, that is me."
Your mate, the I can't even say it. Tinder Swindler.
Yeah.
It's fun to say though.
Yeah,
Tinder Swindler.
I'll try and find a picture of him that kind of matches
Tilda Swinton.
But yeah, no, it is a good old Netflix documentary as well, and he kind of explains almost why it's on Netflix as well, because the way that they kind of get him is nothing to do with the police at all. Basically, It comes down to media exposure and everything. But it's
for
scary.
Once media is on our side.
Yeah, and obviously the Netflix thing is just another branch for them to try and get this guy, because for all we know, out there still swindling, I think. But do you know what the scary thing is? I'd probably absolutely fall for it. Like I can be swindled in situations where you wouldn't think it's even possibly
you've bought
possible
Skyrim
to be
like
swindled.
10 times.
Right? And that's not even the worst thing I've done. I've been swindled twice this year already.
The thing is, though, Candy, you probably liked it with me when it shows you on all the WhatsApp messages, but it's like, I need some money because my enemies are coming in. It was just making me laugh every single time. Like, who the fuck wants to date a man that says, I've got enemies?
Well, you know what? That thought crossed my mind as well, but he'd already got his hooks in by that point. Once you've fallen for somebody, it's very difficult to see. You see what you want to see, especially if it's somebody in that position.
He wasn't ugly. He was a good-looking bloke and that.
Absolutely.
And he were floating around in jets and stuff like that. But what I do like about this, and I appreciate Netflix for this, I think it's made by the guys that did Don't Fuck With Cats. It's just a one-and-done hour-and-a-half documentary, and I appreciate that so much. None of those cliches, what's going to happen next time? Mate, it's going to play next time in a second. I don't need none of that, do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's good for you, Biggie, because you don't have to be flicking around. No, you struggle with that. But yeah, I think it's good. What do you reckon to it, Candy, overall? Yeah,
I really enjoyed it. But I do just love a good old Netflix documentary, to be fair. And I think if you are on the dating scene as well, it's probably worth watching because it is quite clever how he does get his claws into people as well.
Did it work on you then? What did you get in?
I was writing out a check.
For his enemies?
Yeah.
What else you been doing this week, Candy?
Well, I only did one other thing, actually, and I know you've got something to say about it as well, so we'll do a joint Nexus this week. And I watched The King's Man.
Go on, you go first.
Oh, yikes. Well, to be fair, I did go in with fairly low expectations after the last one.
Especially after the last one.
Especially after the last one. And I did almost give up halfway through on this.
Wow.
There was, yeah. I'm glad I watched it to the end. Because there's one moment, probably just halfway through the film, maybe a bit towards the end, where it did take me by surprise. I was like, I didn't see that coming.
I know exactly which bit.
Yeah, so that kind of brought me back into the story, but as a whole, it's not a winner. I enjoyed how they kind of set up the Kingsman, but it was quite interesting in the way that they used actual history and kind of intertwined it with the story that they were.
Was it interesting or was it in bad taste? I think it was in bad taste.
A bit of both. I think it was a good idea. And I think it could have worked. I just don't think they did it in a particularly, like you said, a particularly tasteful way. I did enjoy the Rasputin bits, though.
Rasputin all the way through.
No,
only half of it.
So they don't even play on that.
Nope.
There was a good action sequence.
Was there any use of Rah Rah Rasputin?
No, but Rasputin gets the best scene.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, there was a good fight scene with Rasputin, I thought.
Yeah, he gets the best scene, and he's really good. Reese Ifans is a good Rasputin.
He is.
He's got that air about him, and that mysticism that you'd be like, yeah, I probably would shag him. That kind of, because that's what Rasputin did. He was Russia's greatest love machine.
Russia's greatest love machine. Fact. I think that was his only crime, though. Actually, wasn't it?
Yeah, he just infiltrated the Tsar's court to shag. That literally it.
Yeah, he was just getting a bit too close to the top, but all he was doing was just shagging around.
Tinder Swindler of his time, then.
Yeah.
He did have an air of mystery about him, and people thought he was into all kinds of occult shit and that he was he was supposed to be a doctor towards the Russian Tsar's wife and his son.
He was just a charlatan now.
He was just shagging through that palace inside and out.
Well, he actually did somewhat cure the son because he had some. Yes. I think he had some blood problems, didn't he? And Rasputin told him to stop taking aspirin.
Yeah,
and that did work, but they thought obviously voodoo or something.
Yeah,
as you do.
I mean, the only thing I've got really about this film, I mean, historically the time frames and timescales are correct. I just don't like the use of it. They make out that like these massive moments in Europe's history and the world's history are just nothing but some kind of Machiavellian man's plot. And I don't like that because it's disrespectful to veterans, in my opinion. Like, that was the war to end all wars, and it's like, oh, don't worry, we'll just have another. It's just, I don't like a lot of it, and how it turns out that America has to be there to save the day. It's a British film. Why does America have to be the... nothing against it, but I just found a lot of it, and I think it's Ray Fiennes' worst film by a massive margin.
Yeah, I'm not even a huge fan of his, but it wasn't a good one. I'm just trying to think of some redeeming parts of the film that I did actually enjoy, but yeah, there were a few action sequences that were pretty good.
I like the goat.
The goat was good.
Yeah, the goat was good. The ending set piece, the actual location, that mountain's cool, but it's not really a spoiler, guys. You won't know what I'm talking about. That's cool. There's no main character like Eggsy in it. It's weird. You don't know who the main character is, and it's deliberate, and it's just, I just found it odd. I really did. I think it's the worst out of the three.
So, Candy, quick question. Do you often give up on films if they're really bad? Or is it this film was that bad that you nearly gave up on it?
I would say at home, possibly if I'm not feeling it, but it's usually because I'm in the wrong mood for the film, not that the film's bad. And this one was just because the film was bad. I've never walked out of a cinema.
No,
I think the bit that got you back in, though, Candy, I think I know what it is. I'm just going to say one word. It involves mud. I think that's the bit that got you back in, and that's the bit that made me went, oh, fuck.
Yeah, because it leads you down one path and then takes that away from you a little bit.
The first Kingsman, the first one was all the way through. I'm like, oh, fuck, it's subverting that spy genre, and all the way through it. And the second one was just like, stop trying to shock me. Stop it. It's not working. And why is Elton John here? That kind of thing. It's not working. And this one is just, it's just bad taste. It just left a real bad taste in my mouth. And that's you, Candy?
That's me.
That's our little Nexus.
That was some good
teamwork. What have you
there.
been doing?
For me, it's one good, one and one bad. So the good. After the Nintendo Direct this week, I started Earthbound. First time I've ever played it.
I'm so happy for you.
I'm only a couple of hours into it. I've just basically got to the point where I can start exploring the world.
Yep.
But I love it.
It's so good, isn't it? What about the music?
The music's amazing. It's hard as fucking nails.
Yeah, it is.
I keep getting killed by fucking greaser-looking guys in the first town.
Yeah.
Bastards.
What did you name your pup?
Me pup.
Yeah, your dog.
I clicked don't care, and I think it came up a spell.
What did you do for your favourite thing? Because it asks you what your favourite thing is at the beginning.
What did I put for my favourite
thing? I put boobs on mine.
Of course you did.
So every time they mention it, they go, I hear you're a fan of boobs. I'm like, yeah.
Sex goblin strikes again.
Yeah. So, but I'm only a couple of hours into it, so I don't want to really talk that much about it. I'm going to keep playing more of it, though. It's but yeah, I've never been able to play because I had a Mega Drive when I was a kid. I didn't have a SNES.
Can you see where Undertale gets it from?
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, Undertale's always been a massive rip-off of Earthbound. Yeah. I've known about Earthbound.
Well, yeah, because
this is the first time actively playing it.
They're all over like Nintendo stuff, aren't they? Like Smash Brothers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bad one, I watched, Pip and I watched over the space this week, the 4th season of Disenchantment.
My missus is watching that. She hates it. The 4th season.
It's gone off the boil.
Yep.
Definitely gone off the boil. So that's the Mac Groening cartoon on Netflix, which is kind of based in a fantasy world. They've just, it's literally a case of they've lost the plot.
She loved the first 3 seasons as well.
Yeah, first three seasons were brilliant, but the 4th season, it's just the plotting is meandering. They're bringing back random characters for no good reason. There's kind of these attempts at twists and turns throughout it that don't make any sense.
Yeah.
You also got characters kind of changing motivations in the middle of episodes.
Yeah,
and the kind of ever-present threat that was in the 3rd season is only in the beginning and end of this season.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they need to finish it with season 5. They've left it on another cliffhanger. If they need to end it on season 5, if they try and carry this on long term, it's just not going. It's going to get worse.
Yeah.
They need to wrap up the story. It's had its day, which is a shame because it had so much promise in the beginning.
I watched the full first season, and I liked the one with the gingerbread man and stuff. You know, the gingerbread house, the Hansel and Gretel one, and I think it got me excited because I thought, oh my god, we're getting a Futurama type thing again. But I just didn't compel me to go back. But we are getting Futurama again, luckily.
Yeah, but without Bender.
Yeah.
Which is fucking weird.
For now.
So, they're going to have to recast John DiMaggio or something like that.
Possible.
He might hold out for some more money, I think, perhaps.
He's worth it. He's great.
I think that's what they said, didn't it? It was a dispute over that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, he's still in with Gracie Films and that because he plays Zog in Disenchantment, and plays it very well.
Yeah.
But the middling one I watched is another fantasy cartoon. I watched the 9 available episodes so far of The Legend of Vox Machina.
Oh, you caught up with it?
Yes, I've watched all 9 episodes, and I have thoughts.
Just copying Scott Sheep, aren't they? By the looks of it.
Yeah, me and Stig are happy about this. We've been speaking to his lawyers, and we've got a case.
Fair enough. So this is the animated adaptation of Critical Role's first campaign, following the legendary adventuring party Vox Machina. It features all the main cast of Critical Role, so Laura Bailey, Taliesin Jaffe, Ashley Johnson, Matt Mercer, Liam O'Brien, Marisha Ray, Sam Riegel, and Travis Willingham. And it's telling a couple of stories from the first campaign, I believe, and one kind of prequel story. It has a hell of a supporting cast. Like, for instance, you got Stephanie Beatriz is in it. Kari Payton, who people would recognize from Critical Role, or he plays King Ezekiel in The Walking Dead.
Oh, Tiger Man.
David Tennant is in it.
Oh, Doctor Who Man.
Yeah, the Hound, Rory McCann, he's in it.
Oh, the Hound.
Game of Thrones man.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones man.
Stephen Root's in it, Dominic Monaghan's in it, Gina Torres. Like, they've got some really fucking top tier cast in this. And I don't love it.
Oh no! Oh no! He doesn't love it, guys.
So my main experience with Critical Role is the second campaign. So it's not with this adventuring party.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know a huge amount about Vox Machina, but I have seen one shots and I have seen episodes with them and stuff like that. And I have seen the episodes which tackle most of the B story to the cartoon series.
Yeah.
The problems I've got with it, I don't think a lot of the characters translate well to an animation as opposed to being played live on a tabletop situation. Pike is fine, she works fine, Vax works fine, as does Keyleth, but and Scanlan as well, the one that's that you think is ripping off Treble.
Yes,
but yeah, Vex and Percival especially, they just don't work in this cartoon. Their characters are too prickly. They're too removed from the situation.
Problem
which
is,
makes things difficult.
The main problem, I've not watched Critical Role, and I've not watched this, but this is now scripted, isn't it? Surely it takes something away from the pleasure of live D&D.
Yeah, there is also a tone problem with it. This is more of an anime than a cartoon, in its style and its way it's presented.
Yeah,
but sometimes it is really, really incredibly funny. There are some brilliant fucking moments. For instance, there is a scene in one of the episodes where Scanlan, the bard, one of his most used spells is Mage Hand, giant fucking purple hand that he uses to get into mischief for. And he's being confronted by a big bad evil guy on the top of a roof that's burning, and his way of escaping it is to have the Mage Hand just appear up, giving the finger from below, and he jumps on the Mage Hand and it takes him down to the ground. I mean, it's a badass move. It's brilliant. And it's very funny, but it's then counteracted that one of the next shots is of a hanging tree with children hanging from it.
Oh, Jesus.
It goes from funny moments to ultra unnecessarily dark moments so fucking quickly.
You should watch The Kings, man. Very similar.
And the problem is, and I get why this has happened, it's because the first two episodes are a kind of little prequel adventure bit of Vox Machina in their early days. And then you get a little bit of a time jump of them being kind of protectors of the realm, and you get the main story for this season. That main story for the season is actually taken from the web campaign, the original version of it played live.
Mm-hmm.
The original version played live took them 36 hours to go over.
This is done over 9 episodes.
This is done over 7 episodes.
It's ridiculous.
22-minute episodes as well.
So it's just
but what they've managed to hit all the major drama beats and major comedy beats of that 36 hours. So everything is compressed so much. You go from extremely funny to extremely dark.
Yeah.
It's also got that problem that adult animation has, which I find really irritating, where it's unnecessarily gory.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind cartoons being violent or cartoon gore or anything like that. But when you're 9 episodes into it and you've seen your 100th creature have its head pulped and stuff like that, in great slow motion detail, it's just come on, lads. It loses its impact the more it happens.
So do you recommend it?
I need to see how the rest of the series comes out. There's 3 more episodes to come out.
Yeah, it could pull something out of the bag, couldn't it?
It could pull something. The thing is, there is a lot to like in it. The animation is gorgeous. It's done in that anime style where it's 15 frames a second. Everyone's really well detailed.
Yeah.
All the voice acting is incredible. There's a really funny running gag because Matthew Mercer doesn't have a party character. He's basically playing the villain in it because that's what a DM does. But there are characters that you would class as NPCs, just little side characters that get one line in an episode.
Yeah.
That you can hear it's him voicing it. And the characters are drawn like him. They've got his face shape, his long hair, and stuff like that. And they usually end up getting killed. And it's really funny. I find that really funny little thing. The music is great. All of Scanlan's songs are fucking incredible. Sam Riegel's singing is amazing. Travis Willingham as Grog Strongjaw, the Goliath Barbarian, is hilarious because he is dumb as bricks but innocent with it. So he's a big fan of murder.
Reminds me of someone, man.
Yep.
Loves killing.
Yep.
But gets very upset when there's no booze left in the place.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Or is on a sneaking mission and one of the other characters going, right, I'm going to go around the back. I'll meet you back here in half an hour. Says, bring a sandwich. I'm not going on a food run. Says, oh, come on, I'm hungry and stuff like that. He's very in the moment character. But when he has his emotional moments, not just angry as well, he has some sad moments as well. Travis Willingham is such a good actor. He can make this idiot so relatable, and it's wonderful. So that's why I'm saying I'm a bit met on it, because there's a lot I don't like about it, but there was a hell of a lot to like.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those things, I think if you haven't seen Critical Role, you'll probably enjoy it.
This is what I was thinking. Would it be better?
Or if you're a super fan of Critical Role, you'll really enjoy it, because it's fan service. I think if you're like me, who's a casual fan of Critical Role and knows the plot lines that they're doing, I think you'll find it a little bit grating. But it's probably still the best D&D adaptation for TV, you know? Because you had that cartoon in the 90s, and then you've had a run of really bad films and stuff like that.
We've got that Community episode. That's good.
Oh, yeah, the Community episode, which no one can see anymore.
No, it was good.
But yeah, it's pretty much the best adaptation of D&D for TV. So I guess give it a try. The first 2 episodes are their own contained little story, and you get a lot of stuff from that. There's a lot of swearing, a lot of sex. There's a guy pooping at one point.
Takes over my boxes.
There is sex.
Okay.
What you need to know, Oodles, about Scanlan Shorthold is he is an incredibly horny bard.
They all are.
It's a meme. It's a meme within D&D that bards are all horny bastards. No, he is the horniest.
See, I didn't know that. It just happened. It's just from my own personality that my bard's a horny little bastard.
Like, your introduction to Scanlan is him fucking.
Perfect. That was my introduction to you guys.
Yeah, simply enough. But yeah, like I said, give it a try. Give the first couple of episodes a try.
I'm gonna.
I watched 9 episodes in one sitting. Like, it's not that it's bad.
It's digestible then, at least, isn't it? It's like
it's digestible. It's just I have issues with it, but it's definitely a case of your mileage will vary.
You're a professional dungeon master, though. It's different. You're gonna have fucking issues with everything.
Yeah. It's, you know, I think if the episodes were longer and they just got into a bit more detail, and you didn't have those breakneck changes between funny moments and dark moments, I think that would be better.
What's it called again? Just remind everyone.
The Legend of Vox Machina.
Perfect. Excellent. Thank you very much, sir. Stig, take it away.
I've not done a lot this week, and it wasn't until last night that I watched something. I was like, I have nothing to talk about. I finished Halo Infinite. We've kind of touched on that before. Brilliant. Absolutely loved it. Can't wait for the next one. So
10 years, yeah?
No, it don't be 10 years, but yeah, it's just such a good game, really. They've done an absolute brilliant job of bringing that series back from what was pretty much just... It wasn't dead, but there was just not a lot of...
It looked bad, didn't it?
I mean, it'd been 7 years between games.
No one really cared about it much, so did they? Everyone said that...
Yeah, there was still evangelists for
4 and
poor
5.
games.
Yeah, 4 and 5 were poor.
5 was so bad.
Yeah.
Was it? Was it really that bad, what everyone's saying?
I mean, you only played Master Chief in 3 levels of the game.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's weird.
You played more as Spartan Locke than you did as...
Who the fuck is Spartan Locke?
Another Spartan who was sent to hunt down the Chief. And you also had fucking Nathan Fillion giving it that all the time in your ear.
I can take a little bit of Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, no, it was too much Nathan Fillion.
Okay. Right, well, I'm never going to play him, but this one was brilliant. Absolutely loved it. Liked the story. The only criticism would be that the environment, the open world environment, needs more variation. It is.
I keep getting lost in it.
It is basically the same thing all the way around. Like it's just green vegetation with a few mountains, and then bits of broken like Halo ring. Like so, it looks like big metal monoliths kind of poking out everywhere.
Yeah. There's not many landmarks, is there? Like it's very easy to get turned around where you are if you're not looking at the map every 5 seconds when you're traveling around.
Is it the whole ring? Can you look up?
No. It's just a small section.
You can look up and see the ring, but you can't explore.
For me,
the
that
ring.
was one of the biggest oh my god moments on the first Halo when you landed.
Absolutely.
And you're like fuck. And in my head, I'm like, I'm going to go there eventually. I didn't.
Pretty effective JPEG, wasn't it?
It was beautiful, beautiful JPEG.
I think
no matter how close you got to it, it never changed.
I think the grapple hook has ruined every FPS from now on, though, because that thing is essential and so much fun. I got to the point where when you were indoors, and I was like, "Oh, this is a long corridor. I'll just use the grapple hook to pull myself along this corridor because I couldn't be bothered running down it." So, and you can literally once you've upgraded that fully, you can use that to climb a mountain. You just shoot it.
Nice.
You pull yourself up. You drop for about 2 seconds, and it reloads, and you shoot up again. You can just pull yourself all the way up obstacles. So yeah, really good fun. Really looking forward to the next one whenever that's out. But I'm glad to give it an extra year or whatever it was to develop that. based on that preview they put out, it needed it.
Yeah.
I did find the Craig Easter egg as well.
Yes, that's boy. We're going to get him on the show eventually, Craig.
Do the boss fights ever become fun in it? Because I did a boss fight last night, which was fucking awful.
Which one was that?
I didn't like the boss fight. I don't like the boss fights in Destiny 2 either.
It was when you're heading into the conservatory level, you had a boss fight in a really tight area,
right at the top of
the guy with the hammer.
Yeah. No, that one's shit. That
was awful.
But the easy way to kill him was just take up one of those big, massive double-handed guns. I just took that up with me and just stood there and shot it, killed him.
I've never enjoyed a boss in a first-person shooter because it's always they've got a bit of a shield. Whittle that shield down and then kill them. You know what I mean? It's always been a bit.
The other problem that you have with it is that when they like kind of level up and they get faster or something, you can't see where they are. So you're running away to try and reset yourself. You don't know where they are. You can turn around and they're right on you, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake! Like you haven't managed to pull yourself away and just get yourself.
I wonder
reset.
if the boss fights in
Chief's not very fast either, is he?
No, that's why the grapple hook comes into it.
Was the boss fights in Killzone any good, Biggie?
They were awesome, mate, but that's just me.
I bet they were. I bet they fucking were.
But the thing that I did watch last night, which I really enjoyed, was Murderville.
Murderville. Oh, is that the successful American version?
Yes.
Successful.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Based on Murder and Successful. Yeah, it is. It's on Netflix. It stars Will Arnett as Terry Seattle, a clumsy senior detective who's going through a divorce proceeding with Rhonda, who's the chief of police. He has a hard time getting over the death of his former partner, Laurie Griffin, who died 15 years ago, and he has a tough time getting over his divorce settlement with Rhonda. Each week, there is a story set up. There's been a murder, and Terry Seattle has to solve that murder with
fucking name Terry Seattle.
he's proper like, I'm Terry Seattle.
I love
Johnny
it.
Knoxville's
I
cousin.
love Will Arnett though. He's so fucking good at everything he does.
Yeah, and each week they bring in a celebrity. They're playing themselves, but they're not playing the celebrity version. They're just playing they're playing a recruit, but they're called so the first one is Conan O'Brien. They just call him Conan, and all of their part is improvised.
Yeah,
so
that's
the
what
rest of the show.
Successful.
The rest of the show is scripted, and then they have
but
they're not, and they have to improvise around it, and it's fucking hilarious. And there's one bit I want to spoil this because I just found it so funny. But there's one bit in the first episode with Conan where they go to a diner and he's sat at a table and he's like, oh, do you want a sloppy jalapenos? He's like, yeah. It's like, oh, this is the best sandwich ever. It's like, you know what Sloppy Joe is? Like a big, horrible sandwich full of slop. That's why it's called Sloppy Joe, basically. And Will Arnett's just there going, eat your sandwich. He's eating it, and he just keeps putting more and more hot sauce on it.
Oh no!
And Conan's he's like, make sure you eat your sandwich while you're talking to him, and then he's just more and more hot sauce, and Conan's like
getting redder and redder,
eating this sandwich, trying to question the suspect. He's just like, it's so funny. So the first season has Conan O'Brien, Marshawn Lynch, who's American football
basketballer.
No, he's a football.
Oh, is he?
American football player, yeah. But he's really good.
I've seen the trailer.
Considering he's not an actor, he's really good in it. Camille Nanjiani,
love him.
Annie Murphy, Sharon Stone, and Ken Jeong.
Sharon Stone?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Get in. I saw the trailer and I saw the guy who I thought was a basketballer, but makes more sense he's a footballer because he's a big guy.
Yeah, he is.
I saw him and he did something really funny. Like he got right into the scene.
Oh, there's a scene with like a two-way mirror thing with that. And
that's the bit. That's what I saw in the trailer. Yeah, it looks so good.
It is so good. The two-way mirror.
We smashed that as well.
Yeah, and Camille though he can't hold it together. He's just constantly.
He's so good when he's on
constantly giggling and constantly like having to turn away. And the best part about it is when they make Arnett break character.
Oh,
so like he's obviously trying to play it, but then they'll say something or do something funny, and he'll just like he just has to turn away or like cover his mouth, and you can just see him like not to break character in the scene.
So it works then.
But yeah. Sorry,
it works.
There's two seasons in the British version with what's his name? Him who does the podcast with Ranganathan. What's his name? Is Tom something or other.
Hang on, let me have a look up. Got the.
I didn't know there was a British version.
Yeah, it's Murdering Successful, it's called. It's exactly the same, but it's got him in it. Tom something.
Tom Davies.
Tom Davies, yeah, and he's brilliant, and the British one's really funny. It's not got as big a stars as the American one, though. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, but it's definitely worth checking out because it's just the mixture of the
fucking Sharon Stone.
I'll watch both. I'll check them both out.
The improvisation with the scripted stuff is, and they're always he's always doing something to try and put the guest star off. Like they go to a high school, and Will Arnett says to Camille, he's like, we're going to go see the jock, so you need to do a cool walk. He's like, so, tilt your head like this, and get your shoulders going. And he's walking. He looks like fucking Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein's
Igor.
Yeah, he looks more like Igor than a cool high school jock. He's just like, and he's like, do the cool noise, and he's walking around going, like that.
That's how the cool people do act.
Yeah, it is. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. I've still got the last 2 episodes to go, but that's what I watched last night, and I think it's really worthwhile watching. Oh, basically the person who comes on has to interview 3 people throughout the show, and at the end they have to say who did it.
Oh, and see if they get it right.
Yeah, to get it right. And you as the audience, if you're going to watch this, pay attention to stuff because it helps you try, because it gets you trying to figure out who the murderer is, and it's all these just little subtle things of like, oh, this person did this, and this person's
in between laughing your ass off.
Yeah, so it's like just these little subtle things that the person who did the murder does and you have to try and pick up on that.
That's inspired me for a D&D murder mystery, that gadget. Take note.
But the funny thing is I don't think that the stars actually pick up on most of this stuff and just take a wild swing at like who it is. So yeah, watched that last night. Really good. I'm looking forward to seeing the last 2 episodes.
Excellent. Thank you, dude. Biggie, end it for us. End it now.
So yeah, there's a couple of things I just want to talk about. There's one main one. Very briefly, when I was off sick, I was playing Parasite Eve on my Vita. I went back to playing that again.
God, I love that game.
And it's still a travesty that it's never received a European release. I still can't believe that. Very upsetting.
Yeah, I had to download that game.
I played the second one.
Second one came over.
Yeah,
to our shores, and it's nowhere near the set. It's completely different. The second one, it's more like Resident Evil. The second one.
But yeah, I'm just having a bit of fun playing that when I was in bed. Caught up on a few movies that I wanted to catch. Black Widow, finally got around to seeing that.
What do you think?
Agree with what everybody said. Yeah, it's fine. Nothing particularly wrong with it.
It's absolutely fine.
But yeah, it just came out at the wrong time. I agree. I think it should have come out.
Yep.
Where it was kind of set in where it fits in with the movies. Because of the best British film show, I went back and watched Lock, Stock and Snatch. Both really good. In fact, I enjoyed Lock, Stock more again this time. I've forgotten.
I still think Snatch is the better
so
film.
much. Yeah, I would agree, but I just kind of really enjoyed Lock, Stock more for some reason. Just really enjoyed reminiscing.
I heard Stephen Graham's in them.
So,
no way.
Yeah, really good. But the main thing I want to talk about is I finally got around to watching something that I've had on my radar for a while, and it's Mare from Easttown.
Oh, yes, on mine as well.
So this was written by Brad Inglesbury, and it's directed by Craig Zobel, who, amongst a few things, did American Gods and Westworld.
Which are both really decent.
Bring out the Winslets, because I have forgiven Kate for what she did in Titanic, because this is literally a career-defining role for Kate Winslet.
She won an Emmy, I think, didn't she?
Yeah, I cannot speak highly enough of her role in this. And she's also superbly supported by Jean Smart, Julianne Nicholson, Angourie Rice, Evan Peters, David Denon, Guy Pearce, Susie Bacon.
Guy Pearce is back.
And Kaylee Speeney. It's hard to pronounce her name, but to name a few of the supporting cast, it's basically set.
I can't believe Guy Pearce is back, everybody.
It's set in a small town near Philadelphia. Kate plays the title of the show, Mare. She's the town's only detective as part of the team at the local police station. She was originally revered as like the local school hero after winning the basketball championship for the town. but she now finds herself sort of wrapped up in everyone's lives, because obviously being like the only detective, she has to question everybody, and she gets sort of pulled into everyone's sort of private business and becomes very unpopular. And she gets involved because there's a local murder of a young mother, as it impacts the whole community. Whilst dealing with this, the fallout of that leads her onto the cold case of missing girls that is also going on in the background. And she also has to battle holding it together with 3 generations of her own family, all look like they're falling apart after the sad suicide of her own son. The mystery itself is fine. It's well done. It's no different to anything else you've seen. But this is more of a character study of everybody in the town, which is why it's not just Kate that should get the plaudits. It's everybody. I think they're all good. But yeah, in fact, it's very good representation of women as well. They get some really strong parts in this.
I've seen one of the more famous scenes of the show when, I don't want to spoil too much, but she's in a house and there's something happening in the house that's very tense. Yep. And I was like, wow, Winslet, you do it. Come on.
She's brilliant.
Go Queen.
The amount of different emotions that she has to portray, it just shows...
She gets a bit Jason Bourne, though, doesn't she?
Yeah, but it shows her craft as well, though. It shows how good that she can literally... You can read everything in her eyes, whether she cries on cue or just shows that there's something going on inside her head with the emotions. It's just brilliant. It's so good.
I've always liked Kate Winslet. I just didn't like that boat movie that she were in.
And no, she's fine. I've seen her in lots of things.
The movie that shall not be named.
But she apparently also got recognition for pulling off a Philadelphia regional accent, which is known as the Delco accent after Delaware County. And a lot of people... It's
one of the harder ones to do, isn't it?
Absolutely nailed that. But yeah, if you like cop crime dramas, it's more than fine. It's really well done, but just the character study as well. Very emotional. And because it involves her family as well as other people's families, they all just nail it. They all deliver the strife that they're all going through. And it's that typical sort of small town... everybody knows everybody's business, and there's obviously rumblings going on between different people, the secrets. It's just, really, really well done. And it's only 7 episodes.
Yeah.
But they're talking about maybe doing a second series, but even she's admitted it took a lot out of her emotionally to do that role, and she'd love to do it.
There was murmurings of a film adaptation of the show.
Okay.
So I don't like it when they do that, especially when it's so modern. Makes no sense to do it.
Yeah, but I thought it was excellent. It's just really, really cool. And you can imagine the scene where she's when she's finished having a really particularly bad day, and she's having a beer in one of the local bars, and obviously everybody that she's had problems with are in that bar, and it's that kind of thing. There's just that atmosphere between characters constantly all the time. So good, very tense, really cool.
Excellent. It's been a bit of a murder mystery special, this Nexus, hasn't it? But yeah, that's it. Stig's disappeared, but it doesn't matter. We're going to go on to the main topic now, and guess what, guys? It's a candy episode.
Yay,
so
it's my turn.
We've got a special treat for you first, haven't we? So
yeah,
I'm going to relax. I'm going to sit here and just enjoy the chaos.
Take it away, Gadget.
Tonight on Modern Escapism, Biggie drives into a tree. Oodles takes the bus. Stig eats a cookie. Candy gets attacked by her cat. And I do a voiceover.
That's wicked.
That's so good.
It's amazing what I can do with a wasted hour on a Sunday, isn't
That was
it?
absolutely incredible.
Wow.
So yeah, as you may have gathered from that wonderful intro, we'll be doing a Top Gear special this week, and we're talking about our favourite vehicles.
We're off to Cambodia.
Yay! Well, we are actually going to change the format up a little bit here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you all to review your cars, and then we're going to go on a grand tour. And there is actually a potential winner here, and I'm going to explain the rules to you and the listeners once we've done our reviews. And on that, and I'm just going to go in the order that we are sitting on the video. We'll start with Oodles.
Hello. So I was told many times that I couldn't use certain what I class as vehicles because they don't have wheels, they don't have...
You weren't allowed Gundams, that's what we said.
Weren't allowed Gundams. So I got the next best thing. Optimus Prime. Leader of the Autobots. And holder of
we have a ruling, Candy? We need a legal ruling on this one.
Wheels.
I'm letting it fly.
Yes.
Actually, that's not true because I'm not letting it fly.
No, he can't fly. Optimus can't fly.
He's got wheels, it counts.
He is... This is the misconception. He is just the cab, the main of a flatbed lorry, basically. Not a juggernaut like in the Michael Bay films. He's not a juggernaut. And he's obviously got a little house behind him. Sometimes he's got a trailer that's got all his guns in, stuff like that. But yeah, he's just a semi, or as the Americans say, semi. He's just a truck. And
one of my best toys ever, by the way. When I was a kid.
He's got a special ability because of the Matrix or the Allspark, however you want to call it, whichever law you want to come from. He can turn into a robot. Well, he is a robot, basically. He's an Autobot from the planet Autobotia. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm not huge on Transformers. I just know he looks like a mech, so I had to pick him. You all know who Optimus Prime is. He's the daddy. He's the daddy of the Autobots, and he dies so much. Everything he's ever been in, he just gets killed.
He does die a lot.
He's the Sean Bean of mechs. He just constantly gets killed, but he always comes back, and he's got a big old gun. And I think I love him. I've just picked him. I think he's incredible. He's a good leader. He's got a great voice. Roll out. He's just... Yeah,
please, can we go back to when you were discussing him last week at the end of last week's pod about your worries about whether, if you're in the cab,
I do have worries.
I do have worries,
yeah. So, yeah, he's a vehicle. And in the cartoon, the little boy got out of Optimus Prime before he transformed. Now, if I'm still in Optimus Prime, will I get crushed in the cab and become part of his chest?
You're going to have to find out.
I don't know if I'm going to die on this special. I could die. This could be my death. But it's worth it. If I die at the hands of a mech, I'm fine with that.
Glorious way to go.
Prime.
You'd be meshed in with it forever.
Yeah, I'll be part of his innards.
Just be like my hanging air freshener from the corpse.
Exactly.
Doesn't smell quite so good, though.
No.
It's got loads of robot mates as well, and one of his mates can turn into a little cassette. No one uses cassettes anymore, but it's funny. It's just nice, isn't it? So, yeah, he's got enemies, but who hasn't? And yeah, just Optimus Prime.
Excellent.
Roll out.
Excellent choice. Well, we're going to go on to me next because that's what I can see. That's what everyone can see. And I'm going to do a red and white 1958 Plymouth Fury known as Christine.
You took it seriously. You just got a real car.
Well, kinda. There's a lot of mystery and tragedy surrounding this particular car. Some say she's cursed. Some say she's possessed. Stephen King once wrote a book regarding these supposedly paranormal events, but I don't believe in all that shit. So
based on real events,
I'm gonna take it for a spin whilst I talk about her history. So the Fury was a sub-series of the Plymouth Belvedere from 1956 through 1958. It was sold only as a sandstone white two-door hardtop with gold anodized aluminium trim. In 1956 and 1957, in 1958, it was only available in buckskin beige with gold anodized, with twin four-barreled carburetors. And sorry, I couldn't.
Cars. Oh no! What's happening?
Oh boy!
Have you crashed? Have you taken it for a spin and crashed it?
She's got it as a drone, hasn't she? Look at her face, she's panicking.
I don't think I'm going to be doing the grand tour, guys.
Uh-oh.
I'm out.
Ooh.
Gadget, onto you.
She died.
Candy died on the way back to her planet.
Love it.
So, we all know motorbikes are pointless, right? Then they're just not as good as cars.
Nope.
You end up getting yourself killed more often than not.
Better than
Even
cars.
just looking at a motorbike will usually kill a person.
Yeah.
They're just dangerous things. And the worst thing about them is you can't go off-road in them. You know, there's two wheels, you'll get stuck in the mud, you'll hit a rock, you'll die. There's just so many different ways to die on a motorbike.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're Sam Porter Bridges and you have a reverse trike.
That's different.
Because I'm talking about the reverse trike from Death Stranding, because it's got 3 wheels.
Yeah.
But unlike most trikes, which have the 2 wheels at the back connect to the engine, this one has them on the front. And this means that you can Skyrim your way up sheer cliff faces on your bike with 164 kilos of cargo on your back.
It does have the best suspension I've ever seen.
Yeah. that thing can climb up a fucking vertical wall.
Yeah.
My favourite moments with the reverse trike happened to be trying to get 5 stars with the wind farm in Death Stranding, which is an annoying place to get to and from.
Full of baddies.
Because it's got a sheer fucking cliff face in front of it, and just like loading up a reverse trike, hitting the boost, hitting that wall as fast as you can with 100 and something kilos of shit on your back, and just bouncing up the rocks. Can't do that in a normal motorbike. If you do that in your average Triumph or a Ducati, you'll die.
You'll die.
Just considering the idea, you'll die. But the reverse trike can do it. And it doesn't kill the polar bears because it's electric.
Yeah, it's not got very good range, though.
But you can get the long range version.
Which version are you talking about? Just put some batteries on it, yeah?
Yeah, just stick more batteries on. Just strap a couple of Duracells to the side, gives you more range. What more do you want?
It's a great vehicle.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And if you need that speed boost, it does go into the Ducati mode. You get the 2 wheels come together to become one.
So good.
It's a Voltron wheel.
Ooh.
And then you can blast through a mule camp and not have your head caved in by some package addicted weirdos. Death Stranding's a weird game.
Yeah. Explain that to your grandma.
Weirdly glorious.
Yes, but the reverse trike from Death Stranding, it's a marvellous vehicle.
Awesome.
You should see, I should, because I knew you started playing it again, I should have left you mine, because mine's incredibly pink. I love it. I adore it.
Shockingly so.
Biggie, what do you have for us?
Well, I quote, "My opinion is it's a bridge too far to go fully autonomous cars." And that was from Elon Musk. Well, Kit says, fuck you. Because Kit is pretty much a highly advanced robotic automobile that, quite frankly, makes Stephen Hawking look like a sat-nav. The 1982
Thank you, Michael.
Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, whose own name inspires new life from the ashes of its predecessors. Immortal, if you like, and in no way implies that if you crash this car, it will go up in flames like some horrible fireball of death. Kit basically is a talking car. It does everything you need. It's got ejector seats. It has oil slicks to throw out behind you. He has his primary spoken language as English. However, he can also speak fluently in Spanish, French, and much more. You can even download an Irish update with a version, and that's called Cunt. But Kit is also constant.
And that's how we got kicked off the internet.
But the car can come to you to save your aid. It can give you money. It can print things inside. You can play games inside. It does everything.
Counterfeit money.
And it can go really, really fast when you need it to do. It's got flamethrowers. It's got everything you need. It's Kit from Knight Rider.
I don't think Pontiac Trans Ams were particularly fast. They're very heavy cars.
They can't turn corners either.
It does.
And they're American cars. They don't know what corners are.
I can give you the specs here. Just give me a second. It said
he's got a
here.
full
Kit or of a
spec sheet.
Pontiac Trans Am?
Yeah, we're not talking about Kit, the fake one.
It goes 0 to 60 in 2 seconds.
The fucking
It does.
No, it doesn't.
It says it here.
No, it doesn't.
The internet said so.
Thank you very much. It has turbo
I'm
boost.
fact checking you
It
here.
can launch
the
over
real thing
obstacles. It even has a parachute.
Turbo boost.
It's all you need to know.
Because it's a rocket.
I give you Kit.
So, Pontiac Firebird Trans Am acceleration miles per hour, 0 to 60, 4.6 seconds. That seems a bit more like
No, this
0
is
to
Kit.
70,
This is Kit.
6.4.
Yeah, he's talking about Kit.
This is the car that talks to you. Well, it's really annoying. It keeps
I
calling
do
you
li- I
Michael,
do like
which
it's-
is very annoying. Unless you're...
I like
Gadget.
its silent eye. I like its eye.
That scans anything nearby, people, shops, anything you need. It can even smell. It actually has a smell sensor, so you can find your favourite
Do you reckon it can
drive-through.
do scan as your shop?
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I give you Kit.
Nice. And finally, it's Stig.
Right, I've done this slightly different to everyone else. I'm going full Clarkson.
Uh-oh.
Get your blazer on.
Can you fight a crime in the streets of Gotham in a tank that doesn't have fins? Of course you can. It's called the Tumbler, a new concept and complete breakaway from the Dark Knight's traditional skinny Batmobile with its fancy lights and silly fins. And whilst it costs a whopping $80 million to produce, causing mouths to drop quicker than a set of pearls, there's a good reason. It measures 15 feet long, 9.4 feet wide, and weighs an astonishing 2.5 tons. But thanks to its 5.0-litre V8 engine, it can kick out up to 500 brake horsepower to reach 60 miles per hour in a staggering 5 seconds.
Not too, though, is it?
That's quicker than the likes of an Aston Martin V8 Vantage Roadster, a Lotus Elise, and a Ferrari 456 GT. Topping out at a whopping 160 miles per hour, this Lamborghini Hummer hybrid isn't letting any scum of Gotham get away. But for a vehicle like this, speed isn't the be-all and end-all. When fighting crime in the streets, one needs the bare essentials, and I'm not talking cup holders and Bluetooth. Hanging onto the front is a set of Hoosier's dirt oval tyres, usually found on the back of a dirt sprint cars. These provide the car with superior grip at the front, but it's at the back where the business really picks up. 4 Interco Super Swamper TSL tyres, standing 44-inch tall via titanium axles, support the rear. They not only provide terrific traction in just about any setting, but they make the overall look even more aggressive. It comes with 6 flaps to assist brakes, landing hook to spring landing stabilization, integrated safety features such as fire extinguisher systems, and safety connections to gas line controls. And at the back, a vector-controlled jet engine for quick boosts and rampless jumps. And even if you don't need that feature, for nothing else, I think it looks cool as fuck.
In the world.
But that's not all, because we all know that tackling a rogues gallery requires more than just speed and durability. And for that, we have weapons. Sporting not just 1, but 2 front-firing machine guns, a rocket launcher, and exploding mines deployed from the rear, the Tumbler is well equipped to deal with any amount of road rage and blockades. Its armoured front can ram at a practical offensive attack and also protects the driver while in the prone driving position, or as I like to call it, attack mode. In this mode, the driver's seat is moved to the centre of the car and you're repositioned to lie face down in the centre section between the front wheels. This serves as 2 main purposes. First, it provides more substantial protection as you're shielded by multiple layers of armoured plating. Second, the low-down centralised position makes for extreme precision manoeuvres, something my wife knows all too well. It also comes with a stealth mode, which turns off the car's lights and cuts the engine. The vehicle is then powered by an electric motor, which can easily throw off pursuers and make it very hard in dark places. And as we know, Gotham is always dark. But the piece de resistance is the Tumbler isn't actually just one vehicle, it's 2 in 1, with the ability to eject both front wheels to form the Batpod. When crime takes a turn down the dark alley, the Batpod can be ejected, sporting a grappling hook, gun turrets, the ability to swivel the chassis upside down when upright, and the ability to drive sideways when latitudinal rotation of wheels. Of course, people may moan, complain, and say it's all overkill. But when you're having to take down a psychotic murderous clown and his goons, what better way than a military-grade supercar? End scene.
Very well done.
We can just end it now. You won, Jane. Well done.
Oh, Jesus.
Beautiful.
Right, so now
it's hard to stay in cut mode so long.
That was some good punting. I have to say.
Activate.
And read something without fluffing.
Yeah, so you've reviewed our cars now, so time for us to go on a grand tour. So before the show, I gave you all a kind of top trump style card, which lists all your statistics. It's a number out of 5 for each ability. For our YouTube viewers, I'm going to be sharing my screen, so you'll be able to see the stat cards. And for the sake of the listeners, I'm going to ask you to read out your stats, and we'll do it in the same order. So starting with Oodles, and I'm going to try and share my screen whilst we do this. There we go. Right.
There we go. And then I add it to the screen.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, my word. Get rid of them tabs. Bloody hell.
You leave my tabs alone.
So much porn.
So, Oodles, why don't you share your stats?
Speed, 2. Very adequate. Stealth, 5. Agility, 1. Attack, 5. Defense, 4. I don't agree with that. And range, 5. Strong.
Stig, on to you.
Speed 3, which I've already expressed my displeasure at speed of 3.
Fucking
as we've
fuming.
seen.
I got about 10
tank.
messengers.
Right, a good car can get to 0 to 60 less than 7 seconds. It can get there in 5. Speed is top poor. Stealth 3, as I've already said, the engine can turn off. It can blend in the dark streets of Gotham.
Everyone has a car whose engine
cars
is
turn
dead.
off.
car can
Just
turn the engine off.
No, but it can carry on going without being detected
It's got a hill.
because it's got an electric motor.
That's forgetting to put the handbrake
It's
on.
the size of a semi-detached house.
Yeah.
So it's got, so it's a Prius.
Yeah, it's pretty bad at stealth.
That wouldn't fit down my street.
Agility 4, attack 4, defense 5, and range 3. That's pretty fair. It's very short ranged, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one and done, innit?
Biggie.
Well, I'm very similar to Stig. I have issues. Kit, speed 4. Well, I'll take the 4, but he actually can do 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. Stealth, he has a stealth mode, so that should be higher, but it's 2 here.
What's his stealth mode? Is it like a mirror?
He just goes really quiet.
There you go.
He has an official stealth mode.
I'm just activating stealth mode.
Shut up, Kit.
Turning engine
Shut
off.
up, Kit. Agility 3. Attack 2. Well, I've already listed his weapons, so he actually could probably be a bit higher.
He's got a weapon drive, innit?
Defense again 2. He's armor plated. He's got oil slip.
I felt I was done dirty, but Candy, you've done Biggie big time here.
You don't know what the challenges are yet.
Range.
We'll
Well, challenging to scoring clearly, and then range 4.
You just use your dice that you.
Yeah, basically.
Gadget.
Speed 5, yep. Stealth 3, yeah, you can get pretty easily spotted on one of them. Agility 5, oh yeah, you can bounce your way up a mountain.
I agree
It's
with that.
amazing. I've got a clip on my PlayStation. I'll have to stick it on Twitter of me just literally just glitching my way up a mountain on one of them.
I like that they didn't patch that.
Yeah, it's amazing. Attack 2, yeah, it's got no weapons. You can knock a mule unconscious with it, but that's about it. Defense 1, yeah, you're pretty exposed. Range 2, yeah, it's battery powered.
Even the
you
long
got a bit
range
of
one's
range
crap.
anxiety.
Yeah.
What is range? I
Yeah,
took
but
that as
you-
weapons range.
No, range is how
far
long
you
distance.
travel
Distance.
Oh,
without
okay.
refueling.
Silly.
Yeah.
Of me.
That's
Not
silly.
of me.
Did
Of
you
me
just say
to
that's
think.
silly?
No, it's silly of me to think that it was weapons.
I was going to
I
say,
get what
you're
you mean,
silly.
like
Yeah.
weapon range.
No. I was
That
thinking it
thing.
was weapon range for some reason.
Right, so how this is going to work. So we're going to be doing 6 different challenges. I've written 11 or 12, and I'm going to be sort of drawing them randomly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a dice and see what we get. So hopefully it stays.
And I just say I
Yeah.
commend you for this concept. This is absolute top tier concept episode.
You know I took a Valium now.
I'm so proud.
The winner will automatically be the person who's got the highest stat for that challenge. They're going to get 10 points. Don't panic, I'm going to be keeping track of this.
Yeah, because we're not good at that, are we?
No, Biggie, we aren't.
No,
Whoa.
you're not.
Second place, receiving 5 points, will be the person with the next highest stat. That's automatic. And for position 3, I want the 2 remaining contestants to convince me why they should come in third, and they're going to receive 2 points.
It's going to be a long show. I thought
And-
we cracked it on Nexus.
You're going to also have the opportunity to receive inspiration points, which will give you a bonus of 5 points. So, for example, if you can convince me that your vehicle should win, or if you approach a particular challenge with a fun solution using your vehicle's abilities that may not...
Are we playing D&D?
Well, this is why I said I don't know how you do it every month.
CNC, cars and cars.
So yeah, if you've got any
Did a better
special
job than him
ability
so
that hasn't
far.
been accounted for, use your try and get some inspiration. After the grand
And
tour,
that's Biggie muted for a while. I'll just mute him there on the stream.
he's so angry. Look at that face.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a volcano about to erupt. So after the grand tour, we're going to be placing our vehicles on the wall of call. Or I think I'm going to let you discuss that whilst I tally up the points. That's going to be just an open discussion. you won't get any additional points for that other than bragging rights. So I will say at this point, a huge apologies if this descends into chaos, because there's a very good chance.
It's gonna.
I'm hoping.
It's gonna. Absolutely.
Chaos is great content.
That's what I always say. So let's get rid of that window, open that one back up, and I'm going to roll the dice for the first challenge.
Can we have our things back up?
Do you want me to share screen?
Yeah.
She really wanted you to say no, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I did. Bear with me for another 10 minutes.
No, it'd just be nice to see everyone's like up there for us all.
The scars, yeah, and stuff. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
There we go.
Still feel like Biggie's been done there.
Thanks, Stig. I'll remember that
Right
for
then.
the arguments.
Don't be starting alliances now.
Right, now your first challenge. Here we go. You're transported to a quaint Italian town celebrating some weird secret burning ritual that probably doesn't actually exist. After visiting the grave of an ex-girlfriend, you're chased through the winding streets and are finally surrounded by machine gun-wielding Spectre operatives who begin firing at your vehicle. This will test your vehicle's defences. So Stig's going to win that one for 10 points. Oodles for second. Who's coming in
Yeah!
third?
Oh, I'm dead. I'm literally dead.
Mine's armour plated.
Is that his price problem?
No, it's not.
It officially is armour plated.
You could use David Hasselhoff as a shield.
His afro will collect the bullets.
Oh, he looks great in Knight Rider, though, doesn't he?
It's basically a jacket and jeans. Well, I could never fit into those.
It's that red shirt as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be Biggie that gets third on this one. I will be dead. First bullet through me skull.
You're literally on a vehicle with no protection of your body.
Yeah, you're definitely dead.
Mine's
I
molecular
do like on Death
bond-
Stranding how he does come off the
molecular
bike.
bonded shell plating, which protects him from all forms of conventional firearms and explosive devices. I should be 5.
I didn't make the
points.
rules.
I mean,
Do
If this is a truck.
He
a
can
big robot, though.
only be harmed by heavy artillery and rockets. And even then,
No, look at
the
look at that
blast
compared to the
usually leaves
Batmobile.
most
though.
of his body intact and only damages the
Biggie,
internal.
came-
mine
he
can
came
turn
third,
into a
it's fine.
man.
Exactly. Came third.
He's got a fucking
Do you want to try and use
bazooka.
any inspiration points anyway? Okay, right, we're moving on to the second.
He's already crying.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Right, you materialise on a rainbow-panelled road. Are we in space? You look down at your
Oh,
dash,
no.
and the number 150cc appears on your
Oh, no.
speedometer.
I
The
know where
blocks
we
that
are.
look like they would have held you within the road suddenly disappear. In the background, you hear the annoying battle cry of, "Let's go!" You're on Rainbow Road. So this one's a test of your agility. So Gadget comes first, and Stig will
Hey.
come second on that one.
Yeah. Knocking those fools off Rainbow Road.
And who's coming third?
Biggie's coming third, surely.
Yeah, I'd like to see your Optimus Prime, that trailer, go around that first corner.
You should see,
Optimus Prime on that first corner is just tipping right over and just falling off the
you
edge.
should see him aquaplaning, mate.
Just goes off on the first corner and he goes, no!
And that's how he dies in this episode.
Goodbye, Optimus.
He's dead again.
Anyone want to try for any inspiration?
I just want to inspire you on the fact that Optimus Prime can whip his trailer behind him and like just be really agile and knock every blue shell that
That
comes.
would drag him off.
Oh,
He's going
shit.
down.
You can't control that.
And just for the sake of clarification for the rules, Candy, is Optimus Prime throughout this, is he hitched with a trailer or is he just the cab?
I didn't think.
The
Let's
picture's
just
got
let's say
trailer.
he's got the trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's where his guns are. That's where he gets his shoes
That's
and
what
stuff.
it is in the picture. So he's got his trailer.
That's where he gets his
There's a
clothes.
bit of money out there. I need my boots.
It's his handbag. He can't get rid of his handbag.
God. Right.
He's a
And there's an
metrosexual.
episode title, Optimus Prime's handbag.
Optimus handbag. Right then, challenge 3. Oh, that's convenient. So you come hurtling off the edge of Rainbow Road's finish line, and you're now free falling through space at some speed. As the cries of "Wah!" behind you grow quieter,
Can I get that as a ringtone, please?
I'll send that to you, Oodles.
You see something in the distance. It's getting bigger. Is it a planet? Is it a moon? Wait, that's no moon. It's the Death Star. So you need to use all your attack power to fire into a 2-meter hole and bring the whole thing down. And this is a test of your attack power. So with that one, Oodles wins, Stig's second, and who's coming in third?
Great shot, kid. Don't get cocky.
I think I'll be last on that one again, unless I kind of want to run over the exhaust port or
fly into it.
You can
deliver a parcel in there with a bomb in it.
I mean, let's be realistic, guys. I've won it because mine's the only one that can exist in space.
That doesn't count.
Well, it does. He doesn't need to breathe.
So, Candy, can I have a boost on my attack score if we say that I'm driving the reverse trike at the point when you have the antimatter bomb in the game?
I'll let that one. Yeah, I'll give you that
This
one.
is where Biggie's going to come in and say, actually, Kit's got space mode.
Well, yeah, but Kit, the driver doesn't need to be in Kit. He can go by himself, thanks very much.
Yeah, but how's he going to get...
explode.
Never mind.
Huh?
You can use inspiration as well, Biggie.
What weapons have you got?
What weapons have I got?
Michael Knight, he's going to fire him out.
Yeah, I can fire Michael Knight into the exhaust port.
And he gets all his chest hair stuck into the mainframe. And
it's like hitting swamp rats in some place or whatever it was.
It'd be so hard as well that you'd fire him into the exhaust port, the Death Star blow up, and then Michael would just float back to Kit and it'd be fine. Just a singed jacket.
Off that leather jacket. Yeah, I mean, he's got rocket launchers, lasers. I mean, just...
It hasn't.
It does.
It's just Kit. He just drives him from A to B.
It does. It's all there. I've got the list of what he's got.
I've seen Knight Rider.
He's got flamethrower. He can launch magnesium flares. He can hide.
When does he do that?
It's in all the different episodes. There's a list of all the episodes they appear in.
Yeah, but you're going against Optimus Prime and the Batmobile.
You got no fucking chance, pal.
Oh, and sorry,
one's a warfaring space alien, and the other's a
behind me going along the way. Come on.
Yeah.
I'll look out for those towers, Gadget. That's all I'll say.
Right then, moving on.
I mean, if you just want to check the agility score, though, Biggie, I'll avoid those towers.
And that one.
Very good.
Is there one with sword combat yet?
No. Right, the next one. So with the Death Star destroyed, you fall out of its gravitational pull and come tumbling back down to Earth. So you land on a remote tropical island. That's not the challenge.
Do you see how hard it is DMing with Biggie in the party?
Oh my God.
Facts.
You land on a remote tropical island. You're apprehended by a rotund fellow in a Hawaiian shirt asking you to sneak a cache of shaving cream into an as yet unopened theme park. You look up the gates above you and read the words Jurassic Park. Your job is to gain access to the park disguised as what could be passable for a delivery vehicle. Upon arrival at the park's security base, a storm brews overhead and suddenly the attraction is left with no power. The dinosaurs are out. Now you have to make it back to the bay without being noticed by a ferocious but slightly short-sighted T-Rex. And this one is a test of stealth. So Oodles wins this one again. And
he is a delivery vehicle. That's exactly what it is.
Well,
Stig and Gadget, literally...
I want you to fight for second place on this one.
I am fucking fighting for second place. It's literally a delivery vehicle. I mean, what would I be up against there? Would it be Michael Knight's codpiece, or would it be the tank?
So the tank. This is the tank. Let's not forget. This is the tank who can.
It's also a bike.
The tank who also has the ability to move without sound. I can literally move. The Batmobile, the Tumbler, has the ability to move without an engine rumbling and goes without sound. Does your bike create sound?
No, it's electric.
It doesn't.
So it's mine. So it's mine. So mine's electric. But mine's
Do we know how good a T-Rex's hearing is? Because it's more his vision's based on movement.
They haven't got any ears.
His vision's based on movement. The reverse trike is absolutely tiny.
Right,
it's silent.
And I could, and the Batmobile could just inch forward bit by bit. And also, if the T-Rex did see it, either of us, you're dead. You'll get jumped.
T-Rex saw you, you'd be dead. It would just have to get a can opener first.
Wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. You would just literally pick you off the back of a bike. You're on a motorbike, for fuck's sake.
The only way I'd go is the fact that Stig's is also a motorbike, so he could just whip out the motorbike.
Yeah, I could.
So I think it has to win that one.
No, I'm not having that.
It's up to
literally
Candy.
a delivery.
It's dark. so I can blend in with the dark surroundings.
The dark grey.
Look, when the electric goes off in Jurassic Park, it's night time.
But you're forgetting the first part of the challenge, which is to blend in and look inconspicuous as a delivery vehicle. They're not letting you in. So that doesn't look like a delivery vehicle to me.
It's delivering a dinosaur.
They weren't expecting a new dinosaur.
I'm fucking rocking up there on my bike. I've got my Bridges uniform on. I've got cases strapped to the back of it. I've got 1,000 cases strapped to my back.
Pop out the bat pod. I'm on a delivery bike now.
How would you feel if your fucking Amazon driver came down your street in a fucking tank
with 2 cannons on the front?
Mine is perfect because I can come out as a DPD driver and speak Portuguese thanks to Kit's language packs.
Wow.
Doesn't look
Listen,
like a
right?
fucking DPD
If a tank rolled down the street with a man dressed as Batman, that I think he's delivering.
It's not stealthy.
It's quiet. It's quiet and dark.
My car has a stealth mode.
The actual getting into the park is actually it's swaying me to more to Gadget now.
Yeah, same.
They're gonna see Batman's butt and tumble and go, fuck off. You're gonna kill all his dinosaurs.
I'm not. I'm delivering the meat. I'm delivering the dinosaur. I'm delivering the meat.
It doesn't have any boot space.
You saw what that T-Rex did to that Jeep, right?
I did.
So we needed to make a delivery vehicle that could withstand a dinosaur
when
attack.
Delivering it though, they're not aware that the power's going to go off and the dinosaurs.
Yeah, this has happened. This has happened.
There's no boot space on a tumbler.
This has happened to every Jurassic Park there has been. They know what's going to happen.
This was the first
not
one.
at the first Jurassic Park.
There were expensive spares on this one.
Andy, you're going to have to make a choice. We're not going to get past this.
I'm going to go...
Prepare for the consequences.
I know which should go.
I'm going to give this one to Gadget.
Yeah.
Yes.
I tried, but the
keeping on.
fact that it was, you are a delivery person who's on a delivery vehicle is like... I can get out stealthily. I can't get in stealthily.
Yeah. That was a double wanger, that one. Right then, on to the next
Love a good double wanger.
Fucking hell, Biggie's not doing well here. 2-2-2.
I can't even win a category. The highest number I've got is 4.
Because you picked a shit vehicle.
My vehicle does everything.
Right.
Mine does everything.
So you managed to escape Isla Nublar. I remembered. As you sail off into the distance, there's a handy car ferry. You look back to see a Diplodocus screaming and rearing up, and a huge volcano erupts. But that's not an ordinary volcano. That's an extinction event level volcano. You see a sudden flash of light, and you find yourself bobbing around in an eerie ocean. A few other bodies appear to be floating around with you, lifeless. As you come to your senses, you see your own bodies float towards them, and you inexplicably find yourself in a shell of what was formerly the USA. You survived the Death Stranding. To rebuild the USA, you must travel from Washington all the way to the West Coast to connect the few survivors. And this is a test of your vehicle's ranges.
Oh dear, Gadget.
Oodles wins this one.
Yes.
Biggie comes second.
He's a fucking robot, man.
Gadget's got a Death Stranding vehicle and he loses
but
it.
here's the clinger of it. So Biggie comes second, but Biggie.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We do have a problem.
Yes, we do.
Because we're limited by the amount of petrol your car has, and everything runs on electric roads now.
There's no petrol.
So, Gadget, you do have an electric vehicle, but only 50% of the roads have been reconstructed, and your battery isn't that large. So, argue your way into second and third place.
Yeah, but as long as I can as long as I can get to a knot and I can manufacture me some of them PCCs, I can make all the charging stations I need.
That's true.
Yeah, Optimus Prime runs off the Matrix.
Stop saying words, Oodles. They make no sense.
But that's what it is.
Go into the lore of Transformers. Not a single bit of it makes sense.
Biggie, how are you going to get out of this one?
Kit primarily uses hydrogen fuel. However, his complex fuel processor allows him to run on any combustible liquid, even regular gasoline. In one episode, Kit mentioned his fuel economy was at least 65 miles per gallon. However, when operated on fuels other than liquid hydrogen, his fuel efficiency and power may be lowered.
It's not that good.
I have an electric motor in there, so again, I can run on the electricity motors.
So Biggie, if Kit's getting 65 miles to the gallon, shall we say, is there enough combustible fuel in Death Stranding America to get enough fuel for 2,789 miles?
Technically,
there's
a lot of
lakes of
tar.
oil, isn't there?
Yeah, there's tar that can be refined into oil.
Yeah,
but that is a risky thing to get, because you have to be attacked by a BT to get somebody you can scoop up.
Also, is Timefall active? So are things getting old as it's getting touched?
Yes.
So I'm not pretty sure a Pontiac's not going to survive that. It's just going to rust.
Can I have a quick question? Did you have various scenarios written out?
Yes.
Okay. Because at the moment we've
Got
gone
loads.
through one of each, and that was always going to mean that Oodles won.
I've actually rolled a couple of the same the same skills twice. So I tried to re-roll.
Poor Kit.
Let me win one thing in my life.
Literally, give me that inspiration for this one. This is the bike that's designed to do this
Yeah,
fucking
I
journey.
can't-
Yeah, there is that.
I have the ability to do that. The bike that I have can go up and down things as well. It can move it can literally move side to side, up and down. It can go up vertical things. You've seen it do that. It's got a grappling hook to pull itself along.
Yeah,
I
it
could
doesn't
literally
matter,
just
though, it's range we're
grapple
talking
myself
about,
over a
range.
mountain. Yeah.
The reverse strike doesn't need a grapple. It's
my
perfectly capable of glitching
My
its way
range is
over a
already
mountain.
more than his anyway. It has an electric
Reverse
motor.
Strike does have a 10,000 year half-life as well, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's Timefall resistant, reasonably.
Yeah.
If this is to go via literally and he's already used his inspiration.
Oh, fuck.
No, you can have unlimited,
fuck off.
inspiration on all of
there
them.
we go.
When was that rule made
I
up?
said the
Right
entire
now?
time. I
No.
said earlier. You can, if anyone wants to try
Right,
for
you said
inspiration anytime.
basically that it would be in order of the things. Actually, technically, Biggie's is second, so Biggie should get the points there.
I know, but we've got a stipulation though on this one.
Well, I've got more than Gadget then, so I should get the point.
I'll let you argue
You
it out
fucked me
between
here,
you.
Candy.
I think, to be fair, thinking about it, the tumbler would be exceptional in this
Of
scenario.
course it would. The tumbler on that literally.
The terrain's
You see the
minging.
size of the tyres. Like, it's literally
Yeah.
built. I literally even said in my thing that the tyres are built to go on any surface.
I think it'd be exceptional for it.
The surface
Like,
doesn't
it
matter,
has-
it's the range.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but the range is more than Gadget's bike, so already it's more.
Yeah.
But then there's half of the electric roads are built though, so any time Gadget gets on a road, his charges up.
So does mine. I have an electric
So
motor,
fun.
and I'm Batman.
Yeah, but does it have a wireless charging though?
I was saying, does
Of course
it have
it does.
induction
I'm
charging?
Batman. He's got everything in it.
Can I
You can't just say
Being
I'm
Richard-
Batman every round.
Being
It's
Richard,
not a
Petrol.
superpower.
that is it's like you telling me that tumbler does not have something that charges that electric battery in it.
Well,
Yeah, it hooks up to
Well,
a
just
Tesla
tell me
supercharger down the shops.
what it has to charge it.
Can I point out
think it
that
uses like an
kits
arc
can
reactor
also
type thing.
make the windshields
There we
go
go.
opaque? And if I press the button
that
C,
got to do with
it
range?
makes it become convertible.
Well, that's
I know,
going to do
I'm
you
just
one at a
stretching
time,
for
Paul.
things here at this point.
Yeah, you really are grasping at straws there, pal.
Well, I'm going to give Biggie 5 inspiration for
Trying.
his convertible.
Of course she is.
Thank you very much.
Death Stranding. Oh no, Biggie. If Biggie's his
Fuck
fair,
you,
yeah.
Stig.
No, I was.
Got him
I'm not
confused.
about that. I'm just confused about where we're at.
Personally, I think Stig gets second place on this one.
I would rather travel America in a tumbler than on a fucking bike.
Raw Trans Am.
I would. No, I wouldn't.
And I have the ability to charge it. It's an electric, so I could go to one of these points that Gadget talks about that you can make. If he can make it, I can make it because I'm in this world.
Well, we don't
If
know
Sam
if you
Porter
have,
Bridges can make something.
we don't know if you have the
Batman can
receptacle
make
for that
it.
kind of charging though.
He has got the bat charger.
Yeah,
Right,
bat charger.
right,
It's an
Final-
official thing.
But
That is an
sum it up in
official
one
thing.
sentence then, both of you. Stig, why should you
I
win?
have a vehicle that is not only can get far on the range because of the tyres, it has an electric motor so I can charge it up on these electric points and roads and everything. And it's better and bigger and has a better range already by your admission than the reverse trike.
Gadget?
And you can sleep in it.
Yeah.
Sleeping doesn't
You've given me a
matter.
range of 2, but you're right. Half the roads are being built. It's induction charging, which doesn't use any battery power, which is automatically going to increase that massively. It's also designed for this world. It exists in this place. It's doing its precise job, going from one side of the fucking states to the other.
That's not my fault that she made us end up in that world. If one of the dice was, you end up in Gotham and you fight people in Gotham, then You know,
Should have picked Bumblebee.
yeah.
I'm giving it
just picked the
Gadget.
Transformer because, of course, you are.
You're giving it to Gadget.
It's a Gadget.
Death Stranding bias. That's why. Absolute
Yes.
Death Stranding bias.
Maybe.
Of course it is.
Moving on to our final round.
Why? Should I not get anything? Fuck it.
That's furious.
I am because you literally have a vehicle that no one can beat.
Optimus Prime.
I do love it when Sid gets angry. Right,
Because
in
you
the
changed the
immortal
rules
words
halfway through
of
the fucking thing.
in the immortal words of Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you're last. You end up in Alabama, which curiously hasn't been changed much since
Affected.
the
Oh yeah, it's
Death
not in the Death
Stranding.
Stranding world.
You're on a NASCAR track, and the only goal in this race is to go first, and this is your speed test. So
That's
Gadget
me.
wins that one, Biggie second, and who's coming third?
Stig, I'm conceding this. There's no way that a fucking semi-truck's faster than the fucking tumbler. Not in this world.
-10. That's right. Keep Gadget -10.
Yeah, perfect.
I also
Anyone
think
want
if
to
it's a
try and use any
NASCAR.
inspiration?
No, I also think if it's a NASCAR race, then surely it's not just about speed.
This one is.
It's non-contact.
I mean, I'd still win that one out because I've got 5 agility.
Your defense and attack is shite, though.
It's not
Optimus
supposed
Prime-
to be a contact sport.
Have you seen NASCAR? That's all they do. Crash into each other.
It's full contact, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't fancy sitting there watching people go left for like 3 hours.
No, of course
They
not.
literally do, don't they?
Right then.
No, there are some courses where they go right as well.
Oh, they must be good ones.
It's like Gran Turismo when you get the reverse tracks.
Right then, so the final... Well, it's not really a challenge, but I want you to, whilst I'm tallying this all up, we can decide on the wall of cool. So who's Sub-Zero and who's slightly milkily warm.
I mean, that fucking Trans Am is chunky milk.
Yeah, that's not cool at all.
They've never been cool, those cars.
There's nothing
What are
cool
you
about
talking
the
about?
Pontiac.
Knight Rider. Oh my god! Everybody
Come on,
wanted
Boomer.
to be
No one drives
David
them anymore.
Hasselhoff before Baywatch.
Yeah, but we've got all like
Yes, but our knowledge of David Hasselhoff is jump in my car.
the coolest one is undeniably the Tumbler. That is fucking badass, in my opinion.
I'd
It's
probably go
fucking
for the
bad.
Tumbler
Of
as
course
well.
it is.
Everything about it's badass.
If you just look at to look at a picture of
Just to look at it,
the
it's
pictures.
frightening to look at, and it's a physical vehicle that's actually it works in real
It's
life.
real.
They actually made it.
That's
It's
the
real.
thing is the Tumbler is real. I should
So
have
is
gone
the
with that.
Trans
Biggie,
Am.
Biggie could say that.
The Afro black
it's
jacket.
shit.
Yeah, but
real
the
life,
shit that you
though.
have in the Trans Am isn't.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly. Tumbler is real. Optimus Prime's cool, but not as a truck. That's his problem. He's only cool when he's a mech.
I think the trike is the second coolest because it
Yeah,
has
I do. I've got
the
to be
ability
honest.
to like go over the terrain it can do and what it can do.
And actually, as it
Yeah.
turns
I
out,
would
the
like
wall,
to ride one of
the
them.
wall of cool is going to matter because we've got a tie.
Oh.
So whoever
Yeah.
scores higher on the wall of cool out of these two.
Well, yeah.
I would say put a Tumbler, Trike, Optimus, shit car.
Hey, I'm happy to concede that because, like I said,
Unbelievable.
Optimus is not cool as a vehicle. He's cool
Like,
as a robot.
I mean, obviously, I'm going to bat for it. I know the reverse. I think the reverse Trike is really fucking cool, but it's not as cool as a Batmobile.
no,
I'm afraid I
it's not the
agree.
Batmobile. It's the Tumbler.
Oh no, but you know,
Yeah.
like in general, a Batmobile. Except
It's a
maybe
mobile
the
of the
Batman.
bat.
I
Except
should
maybe the
I
Batman
remember
Forever
first
one. That
seeing
was a bit shit.
First seeing that on the Batman Begins, and just being absolutely mind blown by it.
Do you know when I was looking up the Batmobiles? Apparently, the Keaton Batmobile's meant to be 600 miles per hour.
That literally cannot turn corners. It has to use a rope
Yeah.
to turn corners.
And is that when if you hit top speed, does it come with like a call to an ambulance, a call for an ambulance to like
Yeah.
reconstitute
It
you?
goes 600 miles per hour in the streets.
Funeral home.
Keaton
maybe.
Batmobile is literally just carbon fibre. There's nothing else to it. It's paper.
It just mentioned the Batman Forever one. There's that scene in Batman Forever when Christian O'Donnell takes the Batmobile
It's
and
beyond.
and he's
Against the
making it
cyberpunks.
bounce. It's so fucking
Yeah.
shit.
They look awful. If you ever look, I saw a picture of them all next to each other, and that's what I mentioned the fins in my speech because the last two, Val Kilmer's and
like
George
sharks.
Clooney's, have like shark fins on the top.
Oh, do you know what? I
they
like
look so
that though.
bad.
The Tumbler is the best Batmobile that's ever been created.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm a big fan of the animated series one. Had a nice Art Deco look to it.
The
Yeah,
60s
yeah,
one,
very
Adam
French.
West looked pretty cool when back in the day.
I
You
just think
like
that
crap cars, you'll be.
the
You didn't
Snyder
grow up
Tank's
with it, mate.
all right as well, to be honest.
Mm.
No, I didn't.
And the new one coming out looks like a proper muscle car, doesn't it?
It's a Mustang, isn't it?
Dodge Charger or something.
Yeah, I think it is. So anyway, your places with 16 points. Biggie, I'm afraid you're last. With 24 points, we got Stig with the Tumbler. And then in joint first place with 35 points each is the Reverse Trike and Optimus Prime. And Optimus came out higher on the Wall of Cool. So Oodles,
didn't.
you win.
I didn't.
No, it
No,
didn't.
not.
It didn't.
Optimus came
Nope.
third. Reverse Strike came second.
Third.
In
I
that
said
case,
it's only cool.
Gadget,
It's
you
only
won.
cool if he's in his robot form.
Hey.
You won.
Yeah, Gadget wins
Some Death
again.
Stranding agenda here in
Bias
this stick.
here, yeah. Let's set.
I'm neither
let's
confirming
set
nor
a
denying
point.
that.
Let's set a task in the world. That
I
this
want you
bike
to
is in.
screenshot your DMs.
Biggie was
Do
done
it
dirty
now.
big time though, because that thing does have great attack and defense. That's the whole point of it.
Sorry,
Top
Biggie.
trumps. I mean, do some research. Do you know what I mean? Before you do the scoring.
Listen, I have the final say.
She gave me.
I've never
shit
seen this side to
speed.
Biggie. I've never seen this side to him. I enjoy it.
Fucking
Biggie,
joke.
he's fuming.
But if these vehicles had a fight, mine would win. Because he'd just pick them up and throw them.
Not
Oh,
in
yeah,
not
but
in
it's a vehicle
form, though.
challenge. Yeah, he's not allowed to
I
change.
know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If they were fighting, he'd turn into a robot.
Why is he
and just
French?
fucking fuck you up. That's what he does. Did you not know Optimus Prime's French? Monsieur Prime.
Well, that was chaos, so I hope you enjoyed it.
Fun
Yeah, that was.
I hope we can all be
proud of
friends
yourself
after
that
that
was
you
this.
split up the band.
Um,
Oh, that was excellent.
That was good.
Fucking hell, brilliant. I want to see what our listeners want to argue against now. Have we got a bulging transmission? I don't know. Have we got a head gasket full of I don't know cars?
A big
Those
trunk.
are the only two bits of a car you know.
Have we got a
Bulging
boot
glove
full-
box.
Bulging glove box. Perfect.
We do. Terrestrial Extras starting us off with it's got to be the DeLorean from Back to the Future. Imagine, you start cooking a Sunday roast and realise you've got no Yorkshire puds. It's 5 p.m. and the shop is closed. Jump into the DMC, nip back to 3:30 and grab yourself some Aunt Bessie's. Sunday saved. Can't think of any other practical applications. You know, you could just make them from scratch.
When he posted this, I was thinking, what? Just make them. I mean, the
It's really
DeLorean is
easy
cool.
to make Yorkshire pudding batter. Really easy. Maybe it's a northern thing. We're just ingrained to know how to do Yorkshire puddings.
But I mean, the Back to the Future DeLorean, especially considering the DeLorean itself is such an uncool car. It's the Back to the
You could just
Future
go
one's
back
amazing.
in time
Imagine if one of us
and
had
go
picked-
to Toby Carver.
If one of us had picked the DeLorean, it would have been terrible on everything.
Yep.
It does run on garbage though.
Yeah, range would have been all right because you'd be able to fly it and run on garbage, but
Yeah.
speed,
Because they don't
you
need
can't
roads
go
where they're
past
going.
like 88 miles an hour without
No.
going back into the past.
Would it be like the first movie where
would-
the roast beef starts to disappear if he doesn't get back in time?
Yeah.
Would the ability to time travel affect the range score on the Top Trumps card, though? Because technically that's gone very fucking far.
Well, the thing is, if you
it
go
could go-
back too far, there wouldn't have been a Death Stranding, would there? So
Yeah, but it could go back way when and go, hey, I'm Bessie. It's your cousin. I've got some ideas for you. Yorkshire puddings. Is this what you're looking for? It could become like Yorkshire pudding, like the Empire.
She was making them originally in Southend. The Southend puddings just doesn't sound the same.
Yeah. It's your cousin.
Oh, God.
I'm comparing all these cars to Candy's scale, by the way.
I'm never going to hear the end. I'm never going to financially recover from this.
Agreeing with Terrestrial Extra Supernaticat. Where we're going, we don't need roads. The DeLorean DMC-12 time machine. Crack that mother to 88 miles an hour and ride the space-time continuum like a horny space cowboy beast. I love the Back to the Future films, but being a girl, I'm not a huge lover of cars and vehicles. But growing up, if anyone asked me what car I wanted when I was older, I always said a DeLorean. With the buttons and the flux capacitor, imagine being able to go at any time, anywhere, ever. Change anything you ever did wrong, stop a bad thing from happening, warn someone about something coming their way. And not to mention the kick-ass flames from the wheels everywhere when you drive at 88 miles an hour. Just casually heading to Tesco and leave fucking flames everywhere in the car park. Fab. And then she also asks if she can sneak in a question. What would we do if we had a time machine?
Love it.
See, to pick up the first thing, though, is she said change everything that was bad. That was the rule you're not allowed to do.
Yeah.
You can't change something. In the
effect.
Back to the Future rules, it is, as bad as it is, if you change something in the past, it could make things worse. Look at Back to the Future 2 and what happened with them changing stuff.
When he got the almanac.
Yeah, you can't change things in the past to make... Because it could make things
worse. Is that your answer?
No, that's not my answer, but I'm just saying.
I go back and change Candy's fucking scoring.
Out.
I mean, I wouldn't want to change anything, so I'd just go back and get a load of sports and lottery results and be the richest man in the world.
Yeah, probably the
same. I know what I'd do.
I'd invest in all the big companies.
I'd go back to myself just as the night I'm about to lose my virginity, and I'd go, don't. You're not going to enjoy this. Wait. Just wait. You're going to end up crying.
Oh, no. You're one of them.
Yeah. First time. What have I done? Embarrass myself. Go back. Yeah, that's right. Go back to 15-year-old me and say, just don't. Just don't. And put that spliff down. It's only going to lead to misery.
A slippery slope.
I go back to those ribs that I had for dinner. They're well nice.
I would actually go back and buy one Bitcoin back then.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Invest in Bitcoin or Amazon
or something.
It won't
affect anybody. No one will notice. I just got it because I thought I'd get it.
You literally just go and say, right, invest in this company.
Get more than one Bitcoin.
I'm not a greedy man like you, Gadget.
They're only £3,000. Like go down there and put £10,000 into Bitcoin when it was created.
$3,000's fine, mate. It gets me my Xbox back.
It's not you. I could go in the past, make myself one of the richest people in the world, and do good with that, and not be like an evil cunt like most of them are.
Yeah, you're not inherently an evil bastard anyway, so you'll be all right.
If Oodles got Bitcoin rich, he would die in a week.
I would literally want to be the richest man in the world, and then I would show them all up and say, "Look at all the good I'm doing. What are you guys doing? You're creating cock rockets."
You know, if you were one of the richest 1%ers in the world and they were doing cock rockets, you'd be like, I'm building the biggest cock rockets. And you and Cliff Richard off into space. Come on, Cliff.
That's after I'd solved world hunger.
After, obviously.
And then you'd list why everyone else's cock rocket was shit compared to yours.
Of course I would.
You'd put a tackle
it against Candy's scale. So yours is only a 2 on range. That's not getting to space.
No, I'm not having it.
But Natty Cat's trying to split up the band as well. Stop it.
Moving on from that chaos, Lee Davies has said, has to be the Ford Falcon XB GT Coupe 1973 V8 Interceptor from the Mad Max movies. In terms of movies about cars, they don't come better than Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. This car looks iconic and sounds menacing. I absolutely love it.
I love the black on black.
Awesome car.
It's incredible. It's too noisy though. It's so fucking good though. So good.
Rob Shacker said, most likely already heavily mentioned, the DMC DeLorean gets all my props because it was produced down the road from where I was born and grew up. It might have been a rather rubbish quote-unquote sports car, but my God, what it lacks in quality it makes up for in being universally iconic. Runners of prizes out of the left field go to Joseph Gordon-Levitt's bike in Premium Rush as he pedals the absolute bollocks off it while he blasts around the city.
He does.
What a bike.
He does.
And the Tyre Robert from the movie Rubber. Does that count as a vehicle? Just because it's mental. Fucking Rubber's an amazing film.
A fucking film. The thing is with the DeLorean, like, didn't it bankrupt the company and they made it completely out of aluminium, so it was slow
it's a
as
dog shit
fuck.
car, yeah.
So the car itself didn't necessarily bankrupt the company. I believe Robert DeLorean was a really shit businessman and he accidentally bankrupted the company.
Ah, right.
Because it was.
No, he made it out of aluminium, which has never been done since.
Yeah, and it was a really ridiculous thing because it was like on the Monday of the week that it went under, he put like a press release out saying, "No, DeLorean's fine. We're investing in the new car, everything like that." And then the next day they filed for bankruptcy.
I saw a documentary on Back to the Future fans, and there's a big sort of group of people that have like DeLoreans made up to look like the Back to the Future car, even inside and that. It's really hard to find them. Those in working order and get them all up to scratch. It's a massive hobby. Very expensive.
Them road legal. That's the problem. You wouldn't be able to drive them in congestion zone in London, would you? Not a chance. Optimus Prime, you could jump over.
I have seen one down this way,
zone.
though. I've seen it driven down. One came down south for some exhibition, I'm sure.
I was going to say they have like
Comic-Cons
DeLorean
I've been to.
conventions and stuff, don't they?
X-Ben Blaster X says, driving the Warthog through an exploding Halo ring in Halo 3 is one of my favourite gaming moments. Made all the better by just how much fun that Warthog is to drive. And the Warthog is fun to drive, apart from steering.
It's bad to drive.
Wow.
Steering in the Warthog is merely a suggestion.
Yeah.
It's just don't you have to like face the direction you want to go?
It's twin stick.
It's awful.
It's just really hard in that last mission because the angle keeps changing, if I remember right.
I don't mind being the gunner if you're with somebody that can drive it, but no. I
You ever let the AI drive and you gun?
Yeah, it's fucking cool.
Xenos Infinity has said, fun coincidence, this is also what the sequelizers are covering this week. Thieves!
Copycats.
Have we stole them or have they stole? No, because Candy's had this in the bag for ages.
Months.
He says, the first thing that came to mind was the Batmobile, but can I cheat and say the Roller Beetle from Guild Wars 2? It's technically a mono-wheel bike,
Fucking hell,
but the wheel is a giant beetle curled into a ball. I'm going to have to Google this because I've not played Guild Wars.
There's actually a banished vehicle in Halo Infinite that kind of looks like that.
That's fucking
Like,
cool.
that kind of-
Yeah, they were back in Halo 3 as well.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I genuinely like
Well,
that.
I said, it was, look at that. What's going on there?
Ugh.
I said it was up to Candy and whether she deemed that as within the remit or not.
For listeners, it doesn't count. They can just say what they want.
It's one big wheel.
I was listening earlier.
So, moving on from that, Biggie, you're going to have to hold on to your hat here.
Okay.
Because Bobby Wayne, that fucker Bobby Wayne, he's come in with a quote. I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
For
For those 10 seconds or less, I'm free. And he's talking about the Charger from Fast and Furious franchise. Always thought it looked the dog's bollocks and sparked a curious love of American muscle cars. Fuck you, Bobby.
It doesn't
It's
last
fucking
5
cool
minutes
car.
in any of those films. It's always destroyed.
Robert, American cars are not good.
That car looks
They
cool
can't
as fuck.
turn.
I don't care. Like,
Yeah, but you can't see past the
I don't
fucking
care.
engine.
And that's why it's destroyed every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Check-
But
check the
it's a good
engine out,
family
then.
car. Get it? No? About family.
Adam Golightly has said, evening all. After listening to last week's pod, I had a strong set of ideas in mind. And then the little minx that is Candy Machine has thrown the wheels, land-based rules, and wiped out my full list.
Sorry, everyone.
I should have seen what I had. I had Metal Gear Rex.
I absolutely fucked everyone with that rule. But you can see why now I had to have it.
I was going to go for the Ornithopters from Dune.
Yeah.
They're cool as fuck. So after a forced rethink, I'll go with James Bond's DB5. It's a classic, cool as fuck, and full of gadgets. And the Octane ZSR from Rocket League, as I probably spent more hours using that car than my own. Oh, and an honourable mention for Ecto 1 for its iconic looks and kick-ass siren.
It's a good show.
And they somehow managed to make that go around corners. I don't know how, but they managed to. It's one of the best drifting vehicles on screen.
The fucking bouncy suspension of any car on screen. It like practically dives into the tarmac every time it turns a corner.
It's cool.
Ray has come in. He says, my pick for this week's topic is a Toyota AE86 hatchback from manga anime series Initial D.
Yes.
It's just a humble, blocky-looking vehicle that serves as a delivery wagon for a small tofu shop situated in early 1990s northeastern Japan. However, at midnight, this modified old wheel transforms into the AE86 of Akina, dominating the narrow, twisting underground racetracks of the local mountains. And when the sun rises, racing cars on those tracks disappear into the crowd, carrying small business owners, college students, and salarymen in boring suits and ties to their daily lives. This strange contrast happened largely due to the JDM upsurge at the time. Suddenly, Japanese car manufacturers began competing to make the best high-performance machines within a relatively modest price, specifically tailored for the Japanese domestic market, hence the name JDM. And thanks to the raging bubble economy, young people with swelling wallets and excessive optimism formed the unique race culture highlighted by mid-price cars hand-modified by the drivers, secret midnight gatherings, and ever more fancier drifting techniques. Ugh, I'm feeling a Fast and the Furious going on here.
Oh, no.
AE86 is considered an icon of the time, and the series did a great job capturing its beauty, an exceptionally well-made engineering piece underneath an unflashy appearance, bearing a more approachable charm compared to the supercars and dedicated racers. A true representative of a wild and exciting era and my favourite vehicle from any entertainment.
It's got a kick-ass theme tune as well, Initial D.
Say
That's what you
AE86
expect.
one more time. I'm really enjoying it.
AE86.
AE86.
I have to fucking live with this. AE86.
going down tune in the
And you can have an after
What
a year.
the fuck do you think Geordies sound like, Oodles?
like that.
We're not a simpering bunch of idiots.
Well, it's debatable. 86.
86. There you go. You can have that one for free.
Thanks.
Last up, Best Boy Angry Curtis said, very personal choice, as I suspect I'm the only person on earth to have this choice, but mine is the car by the name of the Sentinel GT from the GTA games, but specifically the GTA 4 version, which is the context of which I'll talk about it. In my controversial opinion, GTA 4 had the best driving model of any GTA game. What the fuck are you talking
what
about?
An idiot. Sorry, Kurt. That is wrong.
They drove like fucking
wrong.
boats.
Actually, I
wrong.
watched a video clip of GTA
Like
4
canal
the other
boats.
day. Complete tangent of this, and it showed the difference between that and 5, and how much detail they actually put into 4 with the way that they interacted with things. Like even stepping over a body, you'd step on it and over it, and whereas GTA 5, you just walk through stuff. I thought it was really clever. I don't remember that much detail in 4, but
it is a lot smaller, though. Remember, isn't it? For
I need to play 4 again. Actually, it's been
that
years
was really
since I played it.
impressive.
remake it.
So he goes on to say, I loved it and the Sentinel was my go-to car all the time. It had the perfect blend of speed and handling, which made it a delight to drive, and I was able to truly perfect it. So much so that I used it online for the races and won a lot of them, even getting a trophy for 100 races wins. I'd challenge anyone to race in that game, and I'd be confident of winning in my Sentinel GT. I really felt like Baby Driver with that car.
That's why.
If you don't know what it is, I think it must be based off a BMW M3. Yeah, it's that kind of...
It was a good car.
Isn't it the one with like the grills for the back window? Is it that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, it's based off an M3.
It's a great car.
But yeah, that's the mailbag this week.
Well, yeah, excellent. Let's drive into automatic. I don't know car references, and we'll go to the socials. Beep beep.
You can visit our website, modernescapism.co.uk. On there, you can find a link to all of our socials, contact details, and our merch store. If you have any comments or feedback, or you have any input for our bulging sack, you can tweet us or email us on modernescapismpod@gmail.com. We've also got a Discord server if you'd like to come and have a chat with us. It absolutely kicked off this week. I can't believe some of the filth I saw, honestly.
Super Natty Cat, man.
It is. She's an absolute bad influence. Pair of them.
It's because I get talking when I've had a drink.
Can we get Super Natty Cat and Noodles to have a podcast together? Like, they doesn't need a theme or anything. Just put the two of them in a room and let them talk.
What would we call it?
I think we kicked off
the goblins.
Super Noodles.
The goblins. Bridge trolls.
Twitch, we got Twitch, twitch.tv/modernescapism, and the best place to find out when we're streaming is probably Twitter. Twitter or Discord, or just give us a follow, and if you're on a phone, it'll let you know when we're online. We've already spoken about our Patreon, and as Stig said, we're trying to change it up a bit in terms of the stretch goals to keep it exciting and just to add a bit more fun, a bit more bang for your buck as well. So have a look at that, and we really, really do appreciate any financial support. It's it helps us continue to deliver the goods, basically. And
we're putting Candy's cat through rehab because it's an abusive creature.
I think it was Deadbeat Punk that said it was a criminal in a past life, and he's absolutely right.
Yeah,
he's still wearing the mask and everything.
It's going through counselling and stuff because they're having a relationship issue.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with him lately. honest.
Battering you all the time.
Just regarding our Patreon as well. Sorry. You need to crack on with Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I agree. We've been talking about cars this week. There's no better time.
Come the end of March, we'll be on Moon Knight.
Yeah, you gotta get ready for Moon Knight, guys.
Crack on with those.
You've got a deadline now.
Excellent films that you both enjoy.
Full of high octane chasers.
Oh, why?
You have five to get through as well.
That's 2 a week. Easy.
2 a week. 2 a week. You want me to go through that twice in a week?
Yep, easy.
That's a lot of emotional pain.
Exceptional.
It's emotional damage, is what it is.
Candy, what are we doing next week?
Next week, it's a you episode, I think, isn't it?
It's an Oodles
episode. So we're going to be doing the Great British Debate Off, which is I'm personally dreading because I can't really debate my way out of the.
I don't know he wants us to debate either. This will be interesting.
Well, I'll explain slightly. I'm going to be the master of ceremonies, also the master debater. Basically, what it's going to do, it's going to
get there.
2 teams of 2. So I'm going to decide that on the night, and I've got 10 topics to debate. And basically, it's going to be, you're not going to choose if you're for or against this. I'm just going to give you that on the fly.
At least make them things that we're vaguely knowledgeable about.
Oh yeah.
What do you think of this?
They're not. It's not like, what's your thoughts on quantum mechanics? Do you know what I mean? It's good
this
stuff.
Is all on the fly.
Which Gundam could fist the other gun?
Well, I could tell you the answer to that one anyway. But yeah, and you're going to have to convince me as the master of ceremonies who wins the debate. They're all things you understand and know. So it's nerdy shit. Don't worry. But yeah, it's going to be a fun old episode. 2 concepts in a row.
Fancy that. And if you want to support us in a non-financial way as well, please leave us a 5-star review wherever you can. Honestly, I think tonight's episode was a banger, so that deserves a few more 5 stars.
It does.
Or you can just score it the way Candy did my trump card.
You need to relax, big man. Relax.
Dirty.
It's just a game. But yes,
imagine if you got
the show
2 for attack as Optimus Prime.
I'd be furious.
Because to be fair, yours is just a big truck. So how does it get 5 on attack?
Yeah, I'd just smash into him.
Got it in his handbag.
He's got a handbag, remember?
Bullshit.
Let's just leave it, guys. I didn't win. Just stop it, please. But yes, for all the patrons, we'll meet you in the green room. It's not round back anymore. We'll meet you in the green room.
Oh, gone inside now. Is the heating on?
Yeah, the heating's on. It's getting cold outside. And for everyone else, good night. Go have your piss.
Yeah.
My ass is itching again.